네, 안녕하세요. 저는 Apogee Electronics의 글로벌 세일즈 매니저인 Greg Chung입니다. Apogee was founded 39 years ago in 1985 in Santa Monica, California by Betty Bennett and two other engineers. Our founder and CEO, Betty Bennett, has led the company through various stages of digital audio innovations and kept the company at the forefront of digital audio innovations, beginning with some of the first products that fixed digital audio tape machines, all the way up to creating the first audio interfaces, to creating the first audio recording devices that worked with iPhones. Our company is based in Santa Monica, California. We have a beautiful workspace as well as a studio right next to our building. And we get to have a lot of fun in our studio, playing music, inviting our guests. Our studio also has 3 immersive audio rooms that are all built with different specs and different speaker systems, all utilizing Apogee's Symphony I Mark II. It depends what day of the week it is, but my favorite moments, especially during pandemic, was when we hosted Corey Henry on a weekly basis. And he played a series of shows called Sunday Service. So every Sunday, a few of us gathered at our studio and we recorded Corey and live streamed his music on various platforms. Other than that, we also work with some of the best artists and engineers in the world today. And every day there's a surprise guest coming out of nowhere, and I got to meet a lot of very cool artists and engineers in our office. Symphony Desktop was a culmination of all of our engineering, marketing, sales, and user feedback and everything put together. So we wanted to create the highest performing desktop audio interface that kept the Apogee DNA. So we took what we had from Symphony I Mark II and turned it into a product that could sit on anyone's desk and still maintain the same audio quality. But not only that, we decided to put in a lot of features that would help users, such as built-in DSP that work on both monitoring and printing path. We also have incredible mic preamps with 75 dB of gain. It also has 3 different mic preamp emulations. One of my favorite parts is the headphone outputs of Symphony Desktop, which are located in the front and the back. One of them is 1/4 inch and the other is 1/8 inch. The benefit of using the headphone output of Symphony Desktop is that they're both 0 ohm input impedance. So whatever pair of headphones the user might connect to Symphony Desktop, they know that they will get the best sounding performance out of their headphones using Symphony Desktop. I think one of my favorite stories with our product line is the USB microphones. Today we have Clip Mic Digital 2, Mic Plus, and Hype Mic that are all compatible with iPhones, iPads, Mac, and PC. And one of the best features of using them with iPhones is that we have an app called Meta Recorder that allows customers to connect up to 4 iOS devices regardless of using existing network or not. And it can be very beneficial for budget-friendly video shoots and recording environments. And they can all have one master device that control 3 other satellite devices. It also contains metadata, and it's a really easy to use and shareable app. The other favorite product is the Hype Mic. Hype Mic is the world's, still to this day, the only USB microphone that has built-in analog compressor. With that compression, there are so many different sounds that you can capture, and it creates an environment where creators can be anywhere and record top-notch audio. HypeMic is one of the favorite microphones that a lot of voice-over actors use due to its size and the form factor and the fact that it comes with carrying case, pop filter, tripod, and all of the accessories that are needed to connect to any host devices make HypeMic the #1 choice for voiceover actors. And through multiple years of participating with voiceover actors communities in Los Angeles and throughout the world, we learned that a lot of voiceover actors often travel with HypeMic so that wherever they are, whenever they get called to do their jobs, they have a reliable and great sounding microphones that will get the gig. Immersive audio is a very approachable format for a lot of customers and consumers in the United States, and I'm sure the rest of the world as well. Immersive audio allows customers to experience audio and visual in an entirely new way. According to stats, there are over 2.5 billion consumer devices out in the world today that can play immersive audio. I'm sure a lot of you guys have iPhones in your pockets right now. iPhone is one of them. Immersive audio is expected to grow more and more. There are more car companies adopting immersive audio. There are more consumer-friendly home theater devices that are readily available. And there are more professional studios and pro audio places and manufacturers that are offering immersive audio solutions. Well, obviously one of the greatest advantage of using Symphony I/O Mark II for immersive audio mixing, or any mixing for that matter, is the audio quality. First and foremost, you get the most beautiful sounding mid and high and very full resolution sound from our Symphony I/O Mark II. The second is that it helps users to spend more time focusing on their mix rather than technical things. With Symphony I/O Mark II's monitoring workflows, you can have up to 16 different monitor solutions. That ranges from having up to 3 stereo speaker sets to 5.1 to 7.1.4 to soloing the height speakers or the surround speakers, or up to 32 outputs, or utilizing up to 32 speakers all at once. And all of that is possible using Symphony Control, and it takes very little effort to switch between the others. All it takes is literally one click of a button. We realized that Ginger Audio Ground Control Sphere allows users to connect existing audio interface like Symphony I/O Mark II to the Dante virtual sound card and existing Dante network. So using that, you can use Symphony I/O Mark II in Thunderbolt mode and still have access to Symphony Control, but then use Symphony in the Dante network. I think it comes from the core of the company that we truly believe in the power of music, and we do not want to compromise on the quality of our products over anything. And we also want to make the solutions that work for musicians and engineers and artists. Stemming from all of our core values, we create devices and we create products that are created to best serve them. At the core of Apogee, sound quality is the first and foremost biggest difference compared to other products in the market. The second would be usability. The third also could be compatibility, whereas our products, most of them are compatible with Mac, iOS, and PC. Well, this is a fun story that I can share. A number of years ago, when I was in college, my first setup was not Apogee. And every professor in my cohorts have told me to check out Apogee. And at the time there was Apogee Duet, and I bought and brought home an Apogee Duet. I set it up in my studio apartment with same speakers, same cables, same computer, same reference track, same room, everything the same except the audio interface. And the moment I first started playing the music, it was a night and day difference. I started hearing things that I could not hear when I was using a different product. And this story, when I shared with my coworkers and other artists that use Apogee, it's not unique to me. Everyone else that I have talked to felt the same. They all had that moment when they first started using Apogee, they heard the difference immediately. A number of people have asked Bob how he came up with the idea to create Clear Mountain's domain, Clear Mountain's spaces and phases. Beginning with Clear Mountain's domain, the idea was to create a plugin that emulates his workflow. Bob has collected many hardware gear to create the environment that he creates in his mix using analog hardware. But because his workflow was so unique that he and his assistant tried recreating the environment using DAWs and plugins. It was a very difficult task for them to do. And at the time, Apogee was developing Apogee's own plugins like Pultec MEQ5, EQP1A, ModComp, Mod EQ6, Opto 3. So we decided to work with Bob and recreate his analog workflow in a plugin setting. So Clear Mountain's domain has reverb, delay, saturation, de-essing, EQ, and more features like pitch shift and others. Well, Apogee developed the Pultec MEQ5 and EQP1A plugin together with Post Technique's Steve Jackson. Apogee is the only officially licensed and endorsed Pultec plugin developer. When we were finishing developing our Pultec plugins, we invited Steve Jackson from Post Techniques, as well as multiple engineers in the United States to have a listening test. Because we've worked with Post Techniques directly, we believe that we have the most authentic sounding Pultec plugin in the market today. Apogee greatly appreciates every single user in Korea. We know and understand that having an Apogee means something for users in Korea, and we will strive to improve the user experience of our products as well as quality. 아포지를 사용하시는 한국 분들께 정말 감사의 말씀을 드리고, 아포지에 대해서 궁금하시거나 질문이 있으신 분은 공식 수입사인 사마와 또 저에게 직접 연락 주실 수 있습니다.